All right, good morning. Welcome to Cosmic Compass in the middle of the portal. Well, it's actually the beginning of the portal. I guess next week will be the middle of the portal. If you have not had a chance to write your release statements and release them, it's okay. You don't need to do everything all on the exact time at the exact day. But I would recommend today, just so you can get the process moving. Um, and for those of you that may be joining and not know what that means, just send me an email and I'll forward some things that you may not have received that might help with the eclipse portal. But if you are in you're on the journey and are looking for some more support on that, you could always send me an email. I will be doing a talk um, with Christine Dixon on Friday for her program, and that is at 9 a.m. And the information is in the email. So that will be a time where people can ask questions. Her format's a little bit different, so it's actually more of a conversation. But this conversation, I figure we're having the conversation with the cosmos. So anyway, um, so today what I wanted to do is just start with some breathing, help us all deepen in a little bit. Um, feel all the feels. There's, today's, I'm just going to look, you can still be in this energy because the moon is still at this moment 29 degrees Pisces. So it's still there. So if you're feeling the tenderness and the sensitivity, you're not alone. That's just part of what this moon does. And it is, once it moves into Aries, you will feel a shift. So, if you don't have time to release your statements, before, don't worry about it. Aries is just as good. Just do it soon. That would be my only recommendation. Okay, let's do some breathing. And if you're sitting down, standing up, whatever position you're in, if you want to, you can close your eyes. I like to close my eyes. Feel yourself connected to the earth. Feel the air around you. Feel a connection to the land below you. And trust this energy of this eclipse and just enjoy this time in the best possible way. So, as we drop in and we breathe, we're going to breathe and expand the belly. Exhale through the mouth. Drop the shoulders. You might need to wiggle it out a little bit. Breathing in, expand the belly. And exhaling through the mouth. Relaxing the jaw, dropping the shoulders, and just feeling your feet grounded in the earth. As we breathe in and expand the belly, thanking all those who came before on this earth where you are right now. And exhaling, letting things just fall away. And on your next inhale, really feel the earth beneath your feet and allow yourself the opportunity to receive Earth's supportive energy by breathing that in through the soles of your feet, expanding your belly, and exhaling. And staying inward for just a moment longer, feeling that support. And if it's your path and journey to feel the support of the realms beyond ours, you can please acknowledge them, thank them. And if it feels comfortable, thanking your ancestors for their part in getting you here. And taking another breath into the belly, feeling yourself firmly rooted into the earth, exhaling when you're ready. Thanking yourself for this journey and honoring yourself for being here in all ways during this time, and allowing yourself that connection to what is real for you and what those dreams are that you have, those visions and dreams, big ideas and goals. So, really just allowing that depth within you to rise gently and easily, and feeling that connection to the earth, to your root, to your sacral center, your womb space, as I like to refer to it, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye at your forehead, and your crown. And of course, all the stars and planets and all that is beyond. And feeling that connection in the way that is best for you. Breathing in again, and just again, take your time breathing in, expanding the belly. And exhaling, feeling that rootedness, and also feeling your creative self and your imaginative self and your intuition. And then one more breath in, and one more exhale out for this moment in time. And when you're ready, begin to bring yourself back into this room, into this space. And from this place, I'm going to pull some cards for us, some ways to support the journey ahead. So thank you all for joining me. These are affirmation cards, Wisdom del Alma and Wisdom of the Soul. And it really speaks to your inner diosa or goddess, as the author says. So these are really interesting cards. So I love the affirmations. So I wanted to start with this. They are very feminine centered. So all of us have that within us. So we'll all be good with that. Okay. Here is our card to just begin this week. I crown myself in my confidence. And then the affirmation on the back, I'll read it to you. When I embrace the things I am proud of myself for, I shine in my confidence. When I embrace the things I am proud of myself for, I shine in my confidence. I crown myself in my confidence. Okay, so that's where we're going to begin. And then I'm going to just go ahead and pull our 3 cards that we normally pull each week. And hopefully this speaks to you and supports you in the highest and best way for you. Highest and best. And again, if there's any questions during the portal, just feel free to email me. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I can't guarantee it won't be 72 hours, but I will get back to you eventually. And you can also write questions, and then I can address them on next Monday's Cosmic Compass. That might be an even better way to do it. That way you know your question will get answered. So we will begin. And you've been watching me. I have been shuffling these. So if we get the same cards from last week, you know I've been shuffling. It happens so often. But a new card. Exciting. All right. So here's our card for today. Let me see if I can get it to come into focus for us. There we go. Queen of Cups. And there's the bowl that I have in the background. That's awesome. Queen of Cups. Now, always, 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 because the art is so rich in these cards by Chris Ann, um, tell your own story here first. Your intuition is what really matters. So this is a card to support us during this portal. What is this card? What is the story in this card for me? And then just, I mean, notice what you notice. There's so many details. And you're going to notice something. We could pull the same card every week, and you would notice something different or feel something different. I love this card. I think this is a great card. Okay, so I'm going to just leave that for now and pull the next card. And I'll talk a little bit about them when we're done. Another cups. You can tell we're at 29 Pisces right now. We are definitely at 29 Pisces. Okay, but again, this is support for the week for the portal. There we go. 8 of Cups. Now, doesn't that look very familiar? Again, like I said, if you haven't already released or burned you could add to them. Clearly, the message is feel free to add to everything you're letting go of now. I mean, that may or may not be well, it's part of the message of 8 of Cups, but certainly the message I'm getting. So feel free to add your own messages in. That's great. Third card. Ooh. Well, this looks like an interesting card for the eclipse. Here we go. Da-dun, da-dun. Oh, and this is fascinating. Okay, well, you didn't all necessarily come here to hear about my dreams the other night, but I had a dream that I saw a black horse in a swimming pool, and it walked out of the swimming pool and turned into a white horse. So, whatever. Okay. I promise I don't pull these cards for myself. I'm pulling them for all of us. The Chariot. Okay. So, what is the story here for you? What is your story? It's a great card. Definitely an eclipse card. So, reminders with eclipses, the energy moves quickly, and I do need to add this. It moves quickly and in ways we don't expect. And it can take up to 6 months to really see the shifts and changes. So please don't put pressure on yourself or the eclipse. Okay. I'm sure many of you want change. I'm sure some of you are like, no more change. But either way, give yourself the opportunity to write it out, see what happens. Let the chariot take you through this eclipse and let the chariot be that movement forward. So the thing about the chariot card, which I think is, I mean, normally, you know how I normally don't talk too much about these, but this is a really important one. And I'm just going to talk about it. There's a stillness and a movement in this card. And there's a lot of movement in the card, but in the meaning of the card, there is this pause that has to happen. So during an eclipse phase, it's wild. It's really, really quick, but it's also really, really still. So the only way I know how to describe this, those of you that are closer to my age are probably going to understand this better, but I'll do my best to explain it. For those of you that have watched Star Trek and or have, when you were a child, finished the Star Trek Cadet Handbook, are going to understand this. Okay, when you go through any wormhole, or better yet, if you're doing time travel by doing the slingshot around the sun, right? What happens? A, you're moving faster than the speed of light, right? But B, if you look around carefully, no one is moving very fast because oddly, when you're moving forward or backward in time, you're slowing down. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a Star Trek thing, and I get it. So the chariot is suggesting to us that yes, we are moving through the wormhole. And yes, we are moving faster than the speed of light, but we also need to find the stillness. We have to pause, right? So this is really important. Okay, not that they're not all important. Okay, I think we know what this means. Um, thing about the Eight of Cups, which is really interesting in different decks, is that it really is about diving to the depths and what it may be harder to see, but I'll see if I can. If you look close, you can see that the other bowls are sunken into the water. I don't know if you can see the shadows there, but the other bowls have sunk into the water. So it's a card of huge depth, of emotional depth. Cups are emotions and feelings and water. So, like I said, 29 degrees Pisces right now. If you're feeling it, that's exactly what you want to be feeling. Like this is the big, this is how it is. The letting go at a deep, deep level. Okay. Very exciting. And then of course our Queen of Cups. I mean, I feel like you're just looking at a double image there. Not quite, but similar, right? Um, Good reminder. Queen of Cups talks a lot about being in tune with your emotions and knowing what to do with them, how to be with them, how to process them. And I don't know if you can see this one either, but half of her is underwater and the other half is not. And she may or may not be a mermaid. Who knows? Not clear. Okay, so those are our cards. One thing I would definitely recommend as we move through this time is compassion. That's a Pisces trait. And a deeper understanding of how other people might be going through this time as well. So it's really important to, as I always say, it's really important for you to fill up first so that you have the capacity and the energy and the wherewithal to meet what's ahead. And for others, they may or may not um, have capacity to respond, and they may react. They may have they're going to have their own experience. So our compassion starts with self, and then it definitely needs to move forward. And we will find during an eclipse time that things do change. So just be mindful of that and enjoy what you can, which for me looks like maybe getting up a little bit earlier, being really present with the breaking of the morning, the dawn. I don't normally get up that early. So if I'm saying this, it's like that's what I'm being guided to really do right now. And journal for me. And some people don't like journaling, but I really, really find that it helps me focus and deepen. So I find that can be a really supportive tool during an eclipse. Yeah, there's so much that will surface. And I think when I look at the way the planets are, so Saturn has moved back into Pisces again, supporting. So really right now, Saturn and the moon are together. So that's a big deal too, just by the by. Um, Again, bringing discernment and structure to those dreams and those visions. The dreams have been really, really, really vivid for me this weekend. Not surprising for a Pisces weekend. Saturn helps me figure them out. Like, what is this saying? What am I working with right now? So as Saturn moves back into Pisces for a few months, give yourself the time. Saturn rules time. Give yourself the time to really deepen into what the messages are within you. You know, the reason I make a big deal about all of this is that, Saturn won't be back in Pisces again until, 29 years from now. I feel like this moon, this time, this portal, the way the planets are all arranged right now is really for our greatest benefit to gather the wisdom that we have and to ask for more wisdom and to ask that for that in the highest and best way with grace, ease, joy, pleasure, and fun. I'm all for why not let it have a little fun, right? I mean, it's a little stressful out there. So, fun is a good thing. I recommend calling that in. So, again, we're in preparation mode. This is great. We are always in preparation mode, by the way. When I say that, we're always in preparation mode. But there is that big shift when we get, and I'll just speak to this briefly every week probably, but when we get to Neptune and Saturn at 0 degrees Aries next February, which is right around the 14th, which I think is interesting. It is such a tremendous reminder that we get to begin again. We get to begin again with wisdom, compassion, advocacy, allyship, protection, passion, aliveness. We get to bring our dreams into reality, and we get to help others bring their dreams into reality. Choose wisely. What's that from? The Matrix, I think. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Um, so as we move toward that time, I do think it's really important to figure out what is it that is mine to bring forward and which dreams and visions do I want to support. So very simple right in this moment, but very complex overall because of the way the world is right now. So, all right, my friends, this was going to be a short one. Oh, it's from Indiana Jones. Oh, I'm so excited. That's great. Even better. I love it. Oh yeah, now I remember. It's the one with the Holy Grail, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, perfect. Love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is a short cosmic compass for today, just enough to kind of deepen and support. And then I'll be back next week with the mid portal cosmic compass. And then on the 22nd, which is the day after the new moon, I actually have a guest. And oh my gosh, you're going to love this guest. So big surprise there. I'll put it in the when it's time. But next week I'll talk about how to use the new moon energy for this eclipse portal. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn off the recording.